Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, I rise today to encourage my colleagues to join the Bipartisan Career and Technical Education Caucus, the Congressional Service Caucus, the German American Caucus, and the Congressional Scouting Caucus. As the proud co-chair of all four of these bipartisan caucuses, these organizations are a great way for members to get involved and share interests. As a senior member of the Committee on Education Workforce, I've always supported and will continue to support career and technical education programs that provide learners of all ages with career-ready skills, restoring rungs on a ladder of opportunity. Along with my co-chair, Congresswoman Suzanne Bonamici of Oregon, the bipartisan CTE caucus highlights the importance of preparing a well-educated and skilled workforce. Through this caucus, we have made tremendous strides in providing learners of all ages the skills necessary to obtain high-quality, family-sustaining jobs. One of those successes includes the passing and the enactment of the Strengthening Career and Technical Education for the 21st Century Act. Through these programs, we give individuals the ability to restore the rungs on the ladder of opportunity. CTE programs exist in every state and congressional district. Therefore, I cordially invite you to join the Bipartisan Career and Technical Education Caucus. Together, we can improve America's competitiveness and help facilitate job opportunities for our constituents. Mr. Speaker, I would like to encourage my colleagues to join the Bipartisan Congressional Service Caucus, co-chaired by my colleague, Congressman Jim Panetta of California. This caucus recognizes the many nonprofit service organizations across the country and their long history of promoting community service and humanitarian assistance. These volunteer service organizations have extensive member clubs in towns across America and nearly every country around the world, and notable examples include the distinguished organizations such as Kiwanis Internationals, Lions Club International, Optimus International, and Rotary Clubs International. The caucus will serve as a platform for educating member staff and the public on policy issues relating to our service organizations. It will also share positive stories from clubs across the country and in hopes of fostering the future viability and continued growth of local service clubs and the work of their volunteers. Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker, I would like to encourage my colleagues to join the Bipartisan German American Caucus. I co-chair the German American Caucus with my colleague, Congressman Bill Keating of Massachusetts. And today there are more than 40 million Americans of German descent living in the United States, and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania boasts one of the largest German populations in the country. Our caucus seeks to bring together members dedicated to strengthening the German-American friendship and economic partnership, discuss joint priorities, and work through differences in opinion, as well as maintain the historical and cultural connection between our two nations. The partnership between Germany and the United States is central to the Transatlantic Alliance and the U.S.-EU relations. Through networking, supporting educational and exchange programs, and discussing recent updates and events around global foreign affairs, the caucus will focus on advancing the German-American partnership to better support security, safety, and prosperity within our own countries and on the global stage. Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker, lastly, I'd like to encourage my colleagues to join the Bipartisan Scouting Caucus. I co-chair this caucus alongside my colleague, Congressman Sanford D. Bishop, Jr. from Georgia. The Congressional Scouting Caucus is a bipartisan group that aims to promote the values of scouting and support it in all forms at the highest levels of our government. As a caucus, we will serve as an informal group of members dedicated to issues related to scouting and educating other members on this subject. Scouting has been an important part of each of our lives and gives us the tools at an early age to develop personal and leadership skills that have helped make us successful. As adults, we have been involved in promoting scouting and believe strongly in its ability to positively impact millions of American youth. I would encourage any member interested in supporting scouting of any kind to join the caucus. Madam Speaker, I'd like to encourage my colleagues to consider joining these caucuses as we start the 118th Congress. Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I yield back the balance of my time.